Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of this tutorial, which covers the background or the outer space background for this particular starfighter. This is more or less optional, but it does make it look very nice. So what we're going to first do is we're going to switch this background up. Now that we're done using the orange background to highlight any imperfections that we see on the ship that we don't want, we're going to switch it to black. So I'm going to select black, I'm going to get my fill tool, and I'm going to make sure I'm on the background level, fill in. Now the background is black. I'm going to take my white paintbrush at about a 30, and I'm going to make dots all over the place. Just like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to make some yellow dots. Not too much, just a few here and there. And maybe a few other colors in here. Put some blue in there, maybe some red. Okay. Now I go to my distort, and I'm going to go to frosted glass. And there you go. So my frosted glass on my background layer is 200 and my scatter radius is 55. See? Kind of creates a space pattern. Notice we didn't make a new layer. We actually did this right on the background layer. So we could scatter it into the blackness. That's what gives it that look. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to make a layer now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our brush size down to about 15. We're going to turn the Starfighter layer on, but we're going to stay on this layer 3, which is empty. Okay? Then we're going to take our 15 width line, which is white, and we're going to make lines that run in the same direction as the Starfighter of different lengths and different positions, but that all run in that same line. This is a manga technique, but it comes out really well for these sorts of things. Sort of the light speed look that spaceships apparently get. Okay, so you can do a couple of these just like this. Try to make them, in different places, different lengths, to give it that illusion of moving quickly through space, right? Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Effects, we're going to go to Blur, and we're going to go to Motion Blur. Okay. Now we're going to point the stick in either, in this case it would be sort of about 1 or 2 o'clock, or you can do it down here. Either way it works. And then you're going to move the distance apart. Just like that until you like the way it looks. I like it right about there. Okay. Now you're going to hit OK, and boom. You got a spaceship moving through space rapidly. Now there's one more thing you might want to do. And I would probably go down to the background layer and then make a layer underneath this layer. So let's name layer 3 what it actually is, which are, I'll call them light streaks. Okay. So layer 4 is here. What we're going to do is give it some color, give space some color here. So maybe we'll make like a nebula or something. So the way to do that is we're going to make our brush size about 55. And I'm going to do some purple over here. Smush, smush, smush. Some blue. Like this. Maybe some magenta or whatever that is. Purple, violet, I don't know. And then maybe some green too to give it that sort of wild look. Now, we're going to go to Effects, we're going to go to Distort, and we're going to go to Dense. Now I'm going to turn it all the way up, so it looks kind of crazy, kind of trippy looking. I'm going to do it at 45 on the scale, 105 on the refraction, 27 on the roughness, 32 on the tension, and 2 on quality. That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to go back to my Distort and my frosted glass, and now I'm going to frost this. Okay, that might be a little too much. You can kind of play around with it until you get it just right. Something like that. Looks kind of like a nebula. And I'm going to hit OK. So there you have it. There's your space background. So, just to note, we started with this and we turned it into this.